I lived there alone, on 13 Reject Avenue, in a house that felt disowned, neglected, disrespected, and disregarded. But that was fitting for me. I lived there, brokenhearted. This was the house I was born in, and planned to stay for the remainder of time. Though a little shabby and oppressive, I was proud to call it mine. See, brokenhearted, I had a habit of trying harder, practiced faux smiles since I was a child, used my ability to suppress emotions as barter to buy paint for the walls. The walls that were built out of insecurities. Them things were sturdy. See, the houses on Reject Avenue were built long before I was born. The walls are made of malicious thoughts, sagacious fiction, and best of all, deception, perfectly designed for your heart's protection, or so I thought. Until someone pointed at my chest and said, "Something's missing." I looked down at my heart and was confused because it was broken, parts had been stolen, and rip tape revealed the holes that were molding. I was offended, but of course, suppressed it. Because this was the house I grew up in, where the walls were built from insecurities and the furniture was inherited from my parents' past infirmities. I wouldn't sit there if I were you. My grandfathers were unhinged and my grandmothers collapsed under the pressures of abusive protectors. This is the house I grew up in, where the fridge was always full of lies that I ate regularly, afraid that if I stopped consuming what I think you thought of me, my pursuit of greatness would be watered down by your congratulatory praises. My alphabet soup always spelled not enough, and I had idiot sandwiches for lunch. Yes, this is the house I grew up in, old, decrepit, and dying. Try harder, you're just not trying. The mirrors on the walls never thought I was cute. Every day I left the house in pursuit of affirmation, acceptance, and approval until I moved. Seeing, listening, and moved. The syntax of this sentence, like the removal of an appendix, is perplexing. Has me sitting pensive, more than a bit upsetting, that when something inside your home, locked, loaded, and swelling within your spiritual dome, must be removed to clean out the hollow mold, to then be filled with the proper clay dough. Money can't buy the new creation He makes you. Seeing, listening, moved. I didn't like it. But once I said I do to the groom, I was removed from the place I was used to residing. His home has rooms the color of every sound the sky makes. The walls are hugs from close friends you haven't seen since the start of quarantine. And his soups are more than they're filling. Served with the bread of life on the side, every meal ends with a collective satisfied sigh. Mirrors are not even necessary because He is beauty and we are made in His image. Try to understand that this man has more than a pristine kitchen. He lovingly combed through your mess, gave you new pieces, a new track, more than an everlasting bandage, cleaned your heart and gave you rest. It was too quick for my brain. It was incongruent, incompatible with the synapses that traveled a long way to inform me of the next steps to take. Inconsiderate that I would have my neurons come all this way just to apologize and cordially say, "Sorry, I moved." See, there was no longer a reason to wait. Not once I began my constant gaze on the one who is great. Yes, I am constantly seeing, constantly listening, but movement has already taken place. Moved. Past tension courses through my veins when I looked backward, forgot to lock the insecurities, infirmities, unforgiveness, and past hurts, but He came, padlocked the place, and put a new password. The place where I was is vacant. I moved, and that's more than a hopeful statement. I was given the keys to a royal estate. You can forward all of my baggage. This new place is my permanent address. I'm staying. This is not the house I grew up in. This is home.